Alright, here we are. So we have to talk about this because the VR ecosystem is actually changing very fast right now. We have some weird announcements about new headsets getting cancelled and actually new headsets getting greenlit. And yeah, we're talking about the Quest Pro 2 that was supposed to get in competition directly with the Apple Vision Pro. The worst kept secret, the Meta Quest 3S, seems like it's not gonna be the only thing presented at Meta Connect 2024. By the way, I just discovered yesterday that I'm gonna be able to attend, so stay tuned because we're gonna get news directly from there. And I wanna talk about some details about the upcoming Pico 4 Ultra because, you know, people got hands-ons with it in China. So, hey, Ty here, welcome to the VR Tech channel. Let's discover everything together in this video. Let's get into it. Alright, here we are. So everything starts with an article from The Informant with a new report about the cancellation of the Meta Quest Pro 2. That would have been the successor of the Meta Quest Pro, of course, and something to go directly in competition with the Apple Vision Pro. That, while it didn't have that big success, is actually something that many companies are trying to compete with to get ready in the future. And this new report talks about a headset called La Jolla or La Jolla, because I think it's Spanish. It was allegedly, of course, a high-end virtual reality headset, as we say, going to compete with the Vision Pro, with, of course, micro OLED displays like the Vision Pro, new lenses, and many different sensors like eye tracking to actually interact directly with the menu, like we saw, you guessed it, on the Apple Vision Pro. And apparently this was planned for 2027, so yeah, not really around the corner, let's say. Why the cancellation though? I'm glad you asked, because Zook and Buzz, the VP of Meta, actually had the meeting and decided to just can this project because they weren't able to actually bring the price under $1,000. They probably still felt a bit weird about the fact that the Quest Pro didn't get much success, and I think that they're still thinking that the price was the problem, when instead the problem we all know was like lower resolution screens, even if very good lenses, chipset that wasn't just powerful enough, and the lack of sensors for actually developers use that for mixed reality applications and all the time you needed to actually get ready for the Quest 3. That, by the way, when the Quest Pro came out was just around the corner, we were already talking about it, and we knew that it would be much more powerful and with better sensors on it, so why they actually get the Quest Pro. But if they think that the price is the problem, it's great for me, because if they can bring the price down, I'm all for it. But yeah, this situation became a bit weird because Buzz responded directly to this report, and these are his words. Just your regularly scheduled public service announcement. We have many prototypes in development at all times, but we don't bring all them to production. We move forward with some, we pass on others. Decisions like this happen all the time, and stories based on chatter about one individual decision will never give the real picture. And it's kind of right. At the end of the day, we know that Meta is working on many different prototypes. Sometimes you greenlit some and you just decide to delete another one that doesn't convince you on everything. So it's not really a cancellation, let's say. It's just not going forward with the specific way of making the headset and moving forward in the other direction, because something else got greenlit in that moment, and that was Puffin. It's the cutest name ever, and if you never saw the animal, well, this is a video for it. But anyway, so after this response, a new report came out from The Information talking about this new headset coming, as we said, codenamed Puffin. I love puffins. And what's particular about this? Well, it seems like they pivot actually from just creating a Quest Pro successor with everything included in the headset to something that resembles a bit better, a big pair of glasses with a puck to actually use the computing and also the battery. So kind of similar to what we have with the Vision Pro. But the headset shouldn't be as big as the Vision Pro. It seems like they also maintain the focus on hand tracking and eye tracking for interaction, and that headset will actually ship without any controllers, similar again to what we saw on the Apple Vision Pro. So imagine a Beyond, for example, but with a big battery pack attached to a cable, with also the computing inside to, you know, have everything working together and having something light on your head. That's cool. Again, this will not be a pair of glasses where you can see through, but actually something opaque with pass-through cameras, pancake lenses, and screens that we don't know about, with a weight on your head of around 100 grams. And that sounds amazing. It's not all from the report though, because Meta apparently plans to bring 4 different headsets in 2026, and that's a lot, and that might have to do actually with the collaboration that they're actually starting with different companies with Horizon OS, so use their software directly to bring other hardware manufacturers to make their own headsets, to make it more powerful in some things, or with better screens, focusing on entertainment, focusing on work, it really depends. And we know that Lenovo is working on something, Microsoft with Xbox is also working on something, so yeah, it might be interesting to actually see what they're gonna talk about at Connect in just 3 weeks. And in the meantime though, they're giving us something much cheaper with the Quest 3S to actually replace the Quest 2 that is going out of production completely. And talking about making headsets more powerful, there's actually a new report of the XR2 Gen 3 and XR2 Plus Gen 3, the next generation of the XR2 platform, of course. They actually leaked online in former benchmarks. These are very interesting because they were paired with the Samsung headsets and made a collaboration directly with Google, and this seems to be around 50% more powerful than what we have on XR2 Gen 2 right now. These were in 2 models with 12 GB of RAM and 16 GB of RAM directly. So probably an entry-level one and a more advanced one to have 2 different SKUs. We know from very long that Samsung is working on something directly with Google. We just don't know when it's gonna happen. It seems like they also took their time because the Apple Vision Pro wasn't as successful as everyone thought. So like they say, hey, hold on a minute, like take your time. Let's make things a bit better and more competitive. And so I'm glad they're going that way, to be honest. I just can't wait to see a headset with those new sweet Samsung OLED displays. I still miss my Odyssey. But anyway, we're getting a bit too long. I wanted to talk about the Pico 4 Ultra. That's kind of the competitor to the Quest 3 right now, because the XR2 Gen 2 is starting to get to different manufacturers, and Pico is one of them. So they actually refreshed the Pico 4 line to make it more powerful with new pass-through cameras, new sensors to actually have better hand tracking, but keeping the same screens and the same lenses in that case. They were already pretty good, to be honest. There's some new hands-ons directly from China for the new Pico 4 Ultra, but what's very interesting over here is actually the fact that the multitasking seems to be very much improved from what we have right now on the Meta Quest 3, with the ability to actually rearrange where we want every single window, very similar to what we have on the Apple Vision Pro, with the total amount of multitasking apps open at the same time around 20. That is pretty much insane. You're never gonna need that number, but the thing that you can arrive to that, it's very good to see, and it's very cool to see also because they're using the same chipset of the Meta Quest 3, just with more RAM. So if that can do it, you know, we can probably push it a bit more than the 6 that we have right now with the Quest 3. I love when companies are actually competing on these little things because they make things better for us consumers. So yeah, it's very nice to see. I can actually wait with my hands on the Pico 4 Ultra. Unfortunately, since it's not going to arrive directly in the US like last time with the Pico 4 for all the problems that ByteDance actually has with the US government, it's going to arrive to Europe, it seems. We don't have the date just yet, but I think it's going to happen very soon. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about in the comments below. Were you looking for a Quest Pro 2, or were you looking for something different, more similar to the Apple Vision Pro directly from Meta? Also, I'm very curious, how much are you willing to spend for a Meta product that is very high-end? Because I think like Apple can actually push the price because everyone is used to these outrageous prices of Apple. But if Meta will put something for $3,000, I don't think I will buy it, to be honest. It's kind of weird to say, but it doesn't feel right. And so I think they know it. That's why they're trying to keep the price down. But how much are you willing to pay for a Meta product? Because clearly $1,500 for the Meta Quest Pro was too much. Actually, there were other reasons, but it was a lot to ask. So let me know. Anyway, guys, as always, if you like the video, if you didn't like, please like, subscribe to the channel for more VR tech. If you really love the channel, join button on there. Yet on further, also the Patreon. Thanks for the Patreon, so join the channel, of course, and I see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.